everybody. Welcome to the post-match Austria press conference. Just a couple of quick reminders. Please only ask questions in English, German, Turkish and Italian. To ask a question, please raise your hand and wait for a microphone. State your full name, the media organisation you're from and its country, and it's just one question per reporter, please. Thank you. Over to you, Thomas.
So, guten Abend. Wir suchen Ihre Fragen an unseren Teamchef Ralf Rangnick. Wir beginnen gleich in der ersten Reihe.
Good evening. We will start in the first row here.
Hi, Ralf. It's Martin Lipton from The Sun in England. You must feel very harshly dealt with by the way the game went. But have you ever seen a save like that? It reminded me of Banks from Pele in 1970 almost. A truly remarkable save.
Stimmt. Christian Nagel, Reihe 3.
That is correct.
Teamchef, sicher schwierige Momente jetzt für alle.
It must be very difficult moments for everyone. And what was the problem? Was it just bad luck? I know it's difficult to say something so soon after the game, but it's our job. Yes, we didn't have the necessary luck. I believe if the game had gone into extra time, then we would have had a chance to win the game, because I think the Turks were fairly exhausted at the end and we had a physical advantage. But what should I say? We had a game against Turkey that we won 6-1, and we didn't have that many chances to score goals. Back then we scored 6 goals, and today we only scored 1 goal. We didn't score enough goals, not enough chances, and in the set pieces we didn't defend very well. And then in the second one we had 3 players who are very good at headers, but Demiral still scored. And if you're behind with 2 goals, then things aren't any easier. The team tried everything. We then scored 1 goal, and we had enough time to achieve a draw. It's difficult if you have Gordon Banks in the goal. Mr. Rangnick, was it very hectic? You were warned it could be a really wild match. And I found that in the second half, everything was indeed a bit hectic. No, I wouldn't agree. I think we started off really strong. After the first goal, we had a chance to equalize or even to go into the lead. But then we had difficulty getting the ball. And then we changed to a 3-4-3 formation, but we dominated. And of course, the weather wasn't great either. We mustn't forget that. Some teams cannot get back into the game after being behind, but I think the only thing I would reproach ourselves is that we didn't make enough of our chances, and also in the set pieces that we didn't defend well. You have to get the games onto your side when it's in the playoffs to win.
Hi, Martin von Knorring from TV4 Sweden. What would you like to say about the fact that Marcel Sabitzer was hit by an object when he took a corner?
Das weiß ich gar nicht. Höre ich jetzt gerade zum ersten Mal.
No, I didn't know about that. It's the first time I hear about this, so I can't really say anything about that. It's the first time I hear this. Any other questions?
Herr Dimczak, Florian Hasmeier von der APA. Herr Dimczak, ich weiß, es ist schwierig in so einem Moment, aber was kann man aus
It is difficult in such a moment, but what can you take away that is positive? I know it's difficult so soon after the game. Yes, a lot. I think the 4 games we played were very entertaining, including today's game. Not everything went as accurately. We could have played a few passes better. But they were 4 very entertaining games, very intense, super intense. I've seen other games where it was difficult to even stay awake, and that was not the case with our games. So now we need to take this with us into the Nations League and then into the World Cup qualifications. We definitely want to qualify. If we continue to play the way we have in these 4 games, then we have a good chance to qualify for the World Cup.
Hello, Baptiste Becard from the agency AFP. Do you think the first goal, which was early and a bit of a bad luck, demoralized your troops because it seemed like in the first half you attacked very sloppily?
Ja, weiß ich nicht. Ich glaube, die Frage habe ich ja eigentlich, wenn Sie vorher zugehört haben, schon vor 3 Minuten.
No, I don't know. I've already answered that question 3 minutes ago. Immediately after the 1-0, we had a great chance to score a goal 5 minutes later, but we didn't. I think that we played very well in the first 15 minutes, that we dominated the game. And then after 15-20 minutes, we didn't have so much ball possession. And then we changed to a 4-2-2-2 formation. And then the Turkish team didn't play so well. But in the second half, we dominated the game.
Good evening, Roberto Maida, Corriere dello Sport, Italy. Did you expect Mr. Rangnick, Turkey defending with 5 and this defensive style? And what's your opinion in general about Montella as a coach?
Ja, wir haben das so erwartet, dass sie mit einer Dreier- bzw. Fünferkette spielen.
Yes, we expected a 3-man or 5-man defense, and they did it better than in the March in the friendly game, and they also did it in the game against Czechia, where they were lucky there was yellow and red card, but yes, we had an opponent who played really well and defended really well, with 3 defenders who are really good at headers. So it wasn't so easy for us, but we had good chances. And back to the first question, you also need a bit of luck. If Baumgartner's header at the end would have gone in, we could have won this game. Some players, like Christoph Baumgartner, were very disappointed and had to be consoled. Now that when you get a distance from this, what is left? Have you won a lot of German fans? And we have enjoyed watching your team. So this was a historic chance to win the quarterfinal, to go to the quarterfinal and play against the Netherlands. I cannot imagine that we're going home today. We thought that we would continue our journey here and that we would get ready for the next few games, and the players feel exactly the same. So, of course, we're disappointed and we have to draw some lessons from this. But at the end of the day, that's how it works with the playoff games. One team progresses and the other doesn't. Yes, of course, the disappointment is the main sentiment, but we have the Nations League and then the qualifications for the World Cup. We are in pot 1 at the moment, and that hasn't happened for years, that we are in pot 1 and we want to stay there. And we have a good chance to qualify for a World Cup after many years. Have you spoken to the squad? And what will you tell them when you do speak to them? Yes, I spoke to them briefly and summarized just what I said here. After such a game, it doesn't help to say cheer up or anything. You have to speak less, and then tomorrow we will, of course, discuss everything, and then they will go into their holidays.
In the friendly match of March, Michael Gregoric scored a hat-trick, and this time Marko Arnautovic maybe missed some good opportunities. Would you make another decision if there's another chance for the attack? Thank you.
Nein, weil ich muss ja entscheiden aufgrund dessen, was bisher passiert ist im Turnier, und Marco hat
I have to decide on what has happened so far in the tournament. Marco has played really well in the last 2 games, and we then subbed him with Gregoric and played with 2 strikers, and then we had enough chances to score a goal, and we could have scored a second goal. But I would make the same decision again, based on what I saw during the training sessions. No further questions. Thank you very much for your attention, and we wish you a good tournament.